Welcome back to Cindy Locks ASMR. So we're going to be reading, I'm going to be reading air signs. I'm an air sign. I'm a Libra. But we're going to start off with Aquarius, the pioneer. This constellation known as Aquarius is represented by the cup bearer. Now you might think this is a weird symbol to give a constellation. However, 3 ancient civilizations will disagree with you. The actual constellation looks like a figure that is pouring water out of the earth in ancient Egypt. People saw this constellation in the sky and noticed that every time it was there, they experienced a flood. They believe that Aquarius dipped his jar into the river and flooded their soil, which meant that spring was on its way. In ancient Babylonia, Aquarius was associated with the god Ea, who was depicted as a man holding an overflowing cup of water. Every time Aquarius was in the sky, they would experience destructive flooding that ruined their land. In ancient Greece, Aquarius was Zeus' cupbearer. This man was taken as a boy by Zeus because Zeus was struck by his beauty. He wanted to be close to him, so he made him immortal and assigned him as the official cupbearer for the gods. The key phrase for Aquarius is, I know. Aquarians are visionaries and futuristic by nature. They have this deep sense of knowing how their ideas will unfold and how they could change their surroundings and ultimately the world. They are firm believers in the ripple effect and know that their unconventional ideas are what society and the world need right now. They are also highly attuned to the universe and know things that will take other people forever to learn. It is as though they receive spiritual downloads that make them understand themselves and others more. They are also active learners. They seek knowledge and like to stay on top of things. There is not much that an Aquarius does not already know. They can only access this part of themselves by attuning to their subconscious and investigating their emotional internal life. Once they do so, they will be awakened to many truths they were previously blinded to. The strengths of an Aquarian. They are free thinkers, individualistic, lifelong learners, observers, peaceful. They are unique, visionaries. Their weaknesses: emotionally cold, self-righteous, stubborn, uncompromising. Their pet peeve: rules this constellation. This planet rules innovation, sudden changes, the unusual, eccentric scientific discoveries, rebelliousness, freedom, and awakenings. You can see all these themes with Aquarius. Or rather, these themes manifest in significant Aquarius placements. People are associated with the sign are eccentric in one way or another. They seek to break free from anything that confines them. Their views on how they look might seem unconventional because they are trying to break the mold. On a subconscious level, Aquarius shows that they are different and bravely walk into the world so that they can free everyone else. They believe that if people saw a true expression of freedom, they will also free themselves from their confined selves. They bring innovation, positive change into the world, whether it is through their views, creation, or simply how they look. Aquarius cares about the collective wellness of humanity, and they are mostly concerned with the lack of awareness in humanity. So they aim to open people's eyes to the bigger picture. Their sun sign. To put it simply, Aquarius sun signs are individualistic and independent. They might not look physically eccentric, but their behavior, or rather their personality, definitely raises some eyebrows. They might be misunderstood because people don't understand who they truly are and why they behave in the way they do. However, once people are accustomed to their Aquarius friends, they become fond of them. Aquarius sun is someone who is a joy to be around. They are joyful social butterflies who like to spend time with people. They like to make lots of friends because they do not like getting too attached to people. They have commitment issues and close emotional relationships suffocate them. Aquarius moon sign. Aquarius moon signs are emotionally distant and cold. People feel they are unpredictable and unreadable. These people make wonderful friends so long as their attachment issues are not threatened by their friendships or relationships. There are plenty of Aquarius moon signs who have unconventional or unorthodox types of relationships. However, these connections work because they keep the flighty Aquarius at ease. These individuals value their independence and freedom above all else. So it is important to them that they do not lose their identity in any relationship they get into. It is also important that these individuals express their needs to their friends or partners. They require some alone time and do not appreciate it when people are clingy. This is why they need to communicate their needs so their relationship can thrive. Their rising sun. This is a person who is eccentric and flamboyant. They do not look or behave in any conventional way. They are the out-of-the-box kind of people. They do not accept or respect social norms. They have unusual ideas about how the world should work. They tend to be emotionally flighty. They might have commitment issues. Excuse me. And are not fully emotionally comfortable with themselves or others. These individuals need to find their center and accept how beautifully unique they are. In return, they also need to accept that everyone is different, and that is okay. They need to respect that other people have others contribute to this sign symbol. When the Romans were studying this constellation, they noticed a point that the sun crossed while it was traveling from the northern hemisphere to the south. This is the exact time when the days and nights were equal. Based on their discovery, the Romans found it appropriate to give this constellation the symbol of the scales. One scale contained the night, the other day, and they were a perfect balance. However, long before the Romans, Babylonian astrologers also associated the constellation with balance. They called it the Zibdana. This translates to the balance of heaven. Before the Romans' time, this constellation was actually part of Scorpio. The Greeks thought of them as the claws of Scorpio. At the time, the Scorpio constellation was much bigger than it is today. The Romans changed their status, located the claws from Scorpio, and separated them into the constellations that we are familiar with today. The phrase for the Libra is "I balance." As mentioned before, Libras are concerned with balance. Naturally, their key phrase is going to be about balancing things. Libras are known as skilled negotiators and are usually the person in the group who takes on the role of mediator. They bring the group balance. They dislike conflict. They will not let it proceed if they can do something about it. The Libra strengths. Libras are artistic, charming, diplomatic, easygoing, fairness, harmony. Refined taste, strategic, social butterfly, socially intelligent. Their weaknesses are avoid conflicts, avoids confrontation, easily distracted, indecisive, passive-aggressive, repressed feelings, self-sacrificing attitude. Their pet peeves: bossy attitude, interruption, and injustice. Ruling planet similar to Taurus, Venus also rules Libra. This means that the two signs are similar qualities because the same energy influences them. However, they still retain their unique qualities because of how the two signs' different energies manipulate this Venusian energy. For instance, Libra has a strong theme relating to the idea of twos, partnerships, relationships, the scales, etc. Venus is the planet of love. Naturally, Venus highlights the idea of partnership with Libra. After all, they are the rulers of the seventh house, the house of relationships. Venus blesses Libra with extensive social life and sharp social skills. Well, that is true. I can literally adapt to any situation, any conversation. Yeah, that's true. Venus influences Libra to appreciate art and create it themselves. They adore beauty and have the talent to see it everywhere they look. Libras might be a bit lazy and messy, but they will still make sure that their space looks neat. However, chances are that they hid all the mess in the closet room. The sun signs Libra sun signs are about the friendliest individuals you could meet. In fact, some people mistake their friendliness for being flirty. That would be me as well. sociable and it's generally nice to be around them. They make excellent negotiators and mediators. They often handle disagreements with compromise, yet a lot of Libras would rather sacrifice their needs to keep their person happy. Evolved Libras know better than to do that, so they should just the middle ground that they can meet. Libra is an air sign, so any Libra sign sun is bound to be flighty, hesitant, and occasionally unconventional. Their intention is always good. They do not mean to hurt others with their flakiness. Their indecisiveness stems from having full knowledge of any situation. They can see different sides and perspectives of the same situation. This makes them feel like they can make a fair judgment, and yet at the same time, it often leaves them in a mental space where they want to be on the fence. Libras are very self-aware individuals. They need to know that they are being fair in their platonic and non-platonic relationships. They would rather create a harmonious environment than a negatively charged one. Libras dislike confrontations and will play mind games before facing and addressing a situation. However, when someone pushes them to fight, they will fight back. They make excellent debaters and are usually strategic about what they say. The Libra moon sign. Libra moon signs are attuned to their friends and partners' needs and feelings. They can anticipate what their loved ones might need or want at the moment. They make amazing friends. That they are type of people. They are the type of people you know who will understand and empathize with you. These individuals are excellent communication skills and know exactly how to express their feelings. Typically, Libras are not upfront about their emotions. However, once the Libra moon is comfortable enough, they communicate about how they feel. Emotionally, so you will never be in the dark with a Libra moon because they will be communicative enough with you. They are also charming and optimistic people. They know how to bring out the best in others just by being friendly and kind. Their strong need for fairness and well-balanced relationships is inspiring. However, sometimes this causes strain on a Libra moon because they often feel like they are the ones who need to restore the balance in every situation. They are also sensitive and might be a bit passive in relationships. More often than not, they put the other person's feelings and priorities first. They do it out of love, but they also have a tendency to sacrifice themselves for others. People can abuse this quality about them, but it takes an evolved Libra moon to draw strong boundaries out of love for themselves and their partners. Their rising sign. Libra rising signs are attractive and charming. They are social butterflies and like talking to everyone. The dark side of this is that they are also people pleasers and need to be liked. They are notorious for giving too much too quickly. This stems out of their people-pleasing mindset. Somewhere in their minds, if they give you everything, you will love them and stay, but life does not work this way. They can anticipate conflict and are attuned to their loved ones' moods. Their sensitivity occasionally sends them down an anxiety spiral because they do not want you to be upset or part of a conflict. However, they will try to resolve conflict and cheer you up even if you are not in the mood to be cheered up. A Libra rising feels like it is their role to be fixed what is broken. It is a burden that they wholeheartedly want to carry because anything off balance makes them uncomfortable. However, there is a dark side to this. If there is nothing to fix, a Libra rising might create conflict or a situation that needs fixing. risings are artistic and appreciate art. They appreciate art. They are fairly messy and can be lazy at times, but they perform and feel much better when they are in a neat environment. They like to be in aesthetically pleasing spaces, probably too much. They adore beauty, but sometimes this makes them a bit vain, and they can dismiss alarming behaviors just because someone looks pretty. They care about their physical beauty, but can spiral if they do not have a balanced approach to it. And the last air sign is extroverted Gemini. May 21st to June 21st. The twins represent this constellation. Looking at the night sky constellation, you might see two figures holding hands. No wonder the ancients associate the constellation with twins. In ancient Babylonia, this constellation was called the twins and it referred to two underworld gods. One of the gods is Meshalamatea, and the other is Lugalera. Both of these gods were manifestations of Nergal, who brought pestilence and plagues. Nergal also ruled the underworld. In ancient Greece, this constellation is said to be named after Castor or Pollux. Now, these two boys were not twins, but they had the same mother and looked identical. Castor was mortal and was king of Tyndareus' son, while Pollux was the immortal son of Zeus. The two brothers were attached to one another, so Pollux prayed to Zeus that he would bring his brother back when Castor died. Zeus agreed and united them in the heavens in the Gemini constellation, so they would never be separated again. The Gemini phrase is, I think. Geminis are ruled by Mercury, which rules the brain. This makes them active thinkers and avid learners. Geminis are eternal students at heart. They might not learn everything to its full extent, but they will try to get a taste of everything that interests them. You might have noticed that you can discuss any topic with a Gemini and they will have something to say about it. However, their knowledge tends to stop at the surface level. This does not apply to the topics that interest them. Once they get fixated on a topic, they will know everything there is to know about it. The strength of a Gemini is a conversationalist. The curious, fast learners, flexible, intelligent, outgoing, socially intelligent. Their weaknesses, they're flighty, eccentric, unpredictable, moody, talkative, impulsive, and indecisive. Their pet peeves, being ignored, being misunderstood, interruption. The ruling planet, Mercury, rules this constellation. This planet rules the logic side of the brain, left brain, functions, reading, writing, communication, speech, technologies, transportation, and short travels. Communication is important to Geminis. They might be a bit talkative, but this is how they express themselves and connect with other people. They are also avid learners who are keen on soaking up knowledge. They like to read about anything that catches their eye. Their brains are filled with a lot of information, which makes them fun to talk to. Speaking of which, Geminis are social butterflies. They can converse with everyone and they make a lot of friends wherever they go. They are smart technology and use it too. They are smart with technology and might use it to express themselves themselves and make a profit from it. People with significant Gemini placements find themselves in careers that have to do with the technology, writing, or the media. They might also like to take up jobs that are either far away from where they live or call for them to travel a lot. The Gemini sun sign. Gemini sun signs are energetic beings who love to learn and meet different people. Their curiosity knows no bounds. Geminis who operate on a lower octave might find themselves interested in gossiping, thinking, and talking about things that are none of their business. Awakened Geminis recognize that gossip is a waste of mental energy and time. They channel their curiosity into learning about themselves and the world. They always want to expand their knowledge into uncharted territories. The more they know about the world, the better they feel. Geminis have a deep desire to know everything if they can. These individuals are fun to be around. They are funny, smart, and just a joy to be around. They are also usually flexible and like to go with the flow wherever. They can be moody and snappy at times, making them a little inflexible. It all depends on how they feel. A Gemini moon sign. Gemini moon signs are hilarious. They have a humorous outlook on life and often use their humor to diffuse tension or negative feelings. They are intelligent and intellectual. Communication is very important for them. They like to spend quality time with their loved ones. Their emotional environment fluctuates frequently and it can confuse them. They feel lost at times and they are not sure which path they should be following. This is why their friends can be the people who ground them and help them find their center. These individuals can be too logical for their own good and at times see things in a very literal sense. This ends up perplexing them, but they eventually learn not to take things so literally. Gemini rising sun ascends are full of energy. They cannot stay in the same place for too long. They always need to be moving. They are intelligent and they let people know that they have a strong thirst for knowledge. They are talkative, sociable, and funny people. They like to have a rich social life and enjoy meeting people from different walks of life. They are the type of people who strike up conversations with a stranger just because they feel like it. These individuals are moody and shift perspectives a lot. One day they will approach life with their rationality and logic. The next they are ready to throw their logic out the window. They can be unpredictable, but that is what makes them unique. Thank you guys. I hope that you enjoy the ear signs. I can remember I did earth, water, air, earth, water, air, and fire. So I believe that this is the last one. So the last sign will be the fire sign. Thank you guys for watching Cindy Locks ASMR, and I will see you for the fire signs or before that. So thank you for watching.